Blessing. Good evening again, once again. Thanks for the time. I'm running a bit late. So we're here to watch the first semi-final of this U20 championship, Costa Rica versus USA. This is a boy Campus from Campus All Sports. If you join me for the first time, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. So as I said, I'm a bit late today. Sorry about that. Uh, I'm going to do a quick rundown of the starting 11 for both teams. So we're 2 minutes in. First yellow card to Costa Rica. Player Cooper Sanchez, that's player number 15. 2 minutes in. So both teams will have the comfort of knowing that they are already through to the Under 20 World Cup taking place next year. So now Costa Rica is going for the added advantage to try and win this tournament to get an automatical qualification spot for the 2028 Olympics. The USA are the host of the 2028 Olympics, so they are through already. So if they do go on to win this tournament, the second place, the losing finalists will get the automatic spot where that is concerned. So let's take a look here. Mhm. Yeah, again, thanks for joining. So for so in goal, starting lineup for the USA team. In goal, we have player number 12, Ladmel, centre back Applewhite and Dunham, right back Mosenden, and left back T Brown. In the middle of the park, we have Sanchez, Shaw, Ramos, Swan, Vanny, and up front we have Connors. For Costa Rica, in goal, we have player number 1, Oruke. In middle of the defense, we have Valente, Burst. Right back, we have the man Sosa, and left back Espinoza. Player number 8, Hernandez, in the middle of the park, alongside Aguilar, Ramirez, Estrada, Hernandez, and up front we have Gar. So here it's in Costa Rica will be playing 4-2-3-1, USA 4-2-3-1. O'Neill is saying USA is a better team. So you're having them for the win? Yeah. They are the better. They are more gifted Yeah, they seem to be more comfortable on the ball. So you're right there. They are the better team. I think 80 was just unlucky not to beat Costa Rica. Yeah, Costa Rica just had a little bit more than the Asians in that game for sure. Just that little bit more. So let's see how this game would pan out. As I said, USA, both teams are already sure of qualify of the World Cup, whereas the Olympic is, I think Costa Rica is more driven because USA will be at the 2028 Olympics, whether they win this tournament or not, being as is they are the host nation. I don't know if that will play a part in the players' mind. So the Costa Ricans will be more have something more to fight for. So let's see. So far we are in the 8 minutes. It's still nil all. So let's see if we can call. So free kick to Costa Rica deep in the USA half. Well, actually a throw in to USA. So US with a throw deep inside their own half. Trying to play out at the back. Calm and compose. Oh, that seems to be a good tackle. No referee said foul there. So free kicks to USA. Foul on the man. Oh, let me see something here. Give me a minute here. Let's move this one and put back the other one. So you guys can have an idea of the starting lineup. There we go. So far, both teams feeling out each other. Nothing much going on. USA here building out the back with player number 5 that is. Here comes USA now. Just passing it around quite comfortably. The Costa Rican seems to be holding their shape pretty well. Long switch here over to Brown. Brown back inside. Here comes USA attacking down the left hand side, trying to find that true pass of Brown. Cut it out by Sosa. Sosa just give the possession back to the USA. So the Costa Ricans are defending really compact and right, just right. Mm-hmm. USA just knocking it around on the back. Crap. Wait a second here. Mm-hmm. Here come There goes the US again. USA now attacking down that left hand side again. Cut out by the Costa Ricans. Just USA are the aggressor here. There's a foul off the ball. A Costa Rican player goes down, holding his face and rolling around. Referee says nothing there. Play on from the referee. Let's see if the Costa Rican player is still down, holding his face. And so ball outside now. Let's see what VAR has to say. That was really quite close to the far side official there. He didn't see anything wrong there with that challenge. Let's see again. Just coming together, two players, and we don't want to see that in the game. Player flapping around, holding his face, and there was no apparent contact anywhere near his face. I am always saying, you doing that is you trying to get your opponent in trouble, either by getting a yellow card or talking to from the official. So if you can go to VAR and see that he is over embellishing, as there was no contact nowhere near his face, I think he should be the one who should be carded after VAR takes a look at this, because there was no contact anywhere near his face, and he's still down, clutching his face. Just having a little technical difficulties here. Bear with me for a while. Yeah, that's everything's good now. All right, so we're in the 18th minute. Nil all between Costa Rica and the USA, United States. Both teams seems to just feeling out each other a bit. Here comes USA now attacking down the left hand side. It's opening 19 minutes. USA just knocking it around. Costa Ricans are just defending their lines, staying in shape. Not here comes the the Americans now. So that was a missed opportunity there by the Americans. Hopefully I get this sorted out. I'm having some technical difficulties here. Here comes Costa Rica, billing from the back. So one save, the Costa Rican keeper for all the possession of the USA team only had one save to make. So we're now 20 minutes in. So the Costa Ricans will, as long as they stay nil all, they will grow more confident in the game. So here comes America again. Oh, well done there. That seems to be a rash tackle. Referee says played on the same player who makes. Now he says foul. Let's see. Yes, so that's yellow card to the man in the number 5 for Costa Rica. With that seems to have been a studs up tackle there. That's Garo. Real centre forward challenge there. Well, no, it was actually just a bit over the top. Rash tackling there. So the score is nil all. So the score is nil all. We are in the 20th minute. So nil all so far. No goals as yet. So free kick to USA in the Costa Ricans half. Just a bit out of the center circle. So let's see what kind of set play the Americans can come up with. Dunham over it. That's so Dunham over the set piece for the Americans. Let's see here what the set piece, what type of set piece they can come up with here. So Dunham surveying his option. So Dunham's up stepped away. Yeah, no Dunham's able to take a shot attempt from way out, charged down by the Costa Ricans. Ooh, Americans coming back now down that right hand side. He has a lot of room. What will he square? No, he tries to beat. Now he crosses inside. That's a good ball inside. Headed out by the Costa Rican at the last moment. Here comes another shot that will trickle through all the way through to the goalkeeper. So Contreras there, just a tad bit out of reach for making that, to connecting with that ball. A good header that here comes the Costa Ricans through Captain Sosa. Decided to turn it back. So it played it all the way back. Now with the Costa Rican custodian, Rica. Rica goes long. Ball won by the Americans. Here comes the Americans now. A long switch there, looking for just a bit out of the reach of Contreras there. Try to take it down one time, but just too much on it. So here we go again. So Contreras with a beautiful chip inside. Oh, it was actually the player number 14. That's Mosenden. Was just a shade bit too high for him there. He was all alone in the 6-yard box. Couldn't connect with that header. That would have been a goal. So the Americans are now pushing the ascendancy more and more, trying to see if they can get this go-ahead goal. So here comes Costa Rica again. Booted up in the here by the captain. Here comes American. Just all right, settling it down. Dunham here, surveying his option. Pass out to Brown. Brown down this left hand side of all the time. Try to find who's that in the 19? Swan. Swan with a poor first touch. Referee says nothing. Oh well, actually says foul to Costa Rica. Foul on Aguilar. So we are 24 minutes in. Nil all between Costa Rica USA. Two cards so far. Sanchez, two yellow cards. Sanchez for the US team and Aguilar. But the USA is not looking bad. They want to win this tournament and they are showing that. Here comes USA again. Here comes Costa Rica. Referee says nothing there. That's a late challenge there. Applewhite with it. Applewhite just played to the right, looking for back inside to Applewhite. White now outside to Sanchez. Let's see what Sanchez can do. He has option. Back inside to Dunham. Dunham now through the center. Oh, that's a poor pass there from the Americans. Costa Rica is now in control. Here comes Costa Rica. That's a poor pass. Trying to find Sosa. Ball booted outside. Throwing to the Americans deep in the Costa Ricans half. Here comes the Americans now. Playing their own ball with White. White now outside to Musinden. Musinden surveying his option. Back inside to White. White. Sanchez back to Dunham. So the Americans are knocking it around. The Costa Ricans are back in their defensive shade. Quite compact, if I may add. And winning all the first balls. That should be a corner to the Americans. So we are now in the 26th minute. If memory serves me correct, I think this is the first corner kick of the game. Yes, it is the first corner kick of the game. Corner will be taken by Vanni. So Vanni here with the corner from the right hand side. Let's see what he can do. Has quite a lot to aim for right at the top of the 6-yard box. The Americans just seems to be clustering. Just that cluster right there on the penalty spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in that cluster. Right at the 6-yard box. Here comes Vanni now. Vanni looking. Oh, that was a good header. But what a save. Applewhite there with that header on the front post. Brought out a beautiful save from Rica. That was a good save. Good header, but even a better save. Reflex save there. Look at that save there. Cat-like reflexes. Yep. Got a touch to it. Tipped it over the bar. What that was that came at him really fast. And that was a really good save from the Costa Rican custodian. Here comes Vanni again now from the right-hand side. Didn't beat the first man. Now outside to the number 7. Back to Vanni. Vanni now, what can he do? Vanni picks out Dunham, and that's a simple save there from the Costa Rican. So Dunham there just got under that header too much, looped it up in the air, all the way back down into Rica. Safe palms. Here comes Costa Rica now, building out the back again. Long ball, looking for the run of Gore, and all the way through to the man in goal for the Americans. Here comes it. So just a bit much on that. So throwing to the Americans deep into the Costa Rican half on the right-hand side. So Sanchez here. Let's see what the Americans can do. All the way back to Dunham. Dunham now just slowing it down a bit. The Costa Ricans are right on the edge of the 18 with their last line of defense. So it's really compact, giving the goalkeeper any true pass there. The goalkeeper has enough room to come and claim. So that's good discipline defending from by the Costa Ricans, just keeping that line right on the 18-yard box. Even when the Americans seems to be trying to push them back on the keeper as deep as possible, they are just holding their line pretty well. So that's good movement there by the here comes the Americans again now. Just buying their time, knocking on the door. T Brown now with it. What will he do? Back inside to Sanchez. Sanchez looking for options. Beautiful run there, trying to find Musten, but either one by the Costa Ricans. All right, now they build from the back. Don't seem to have any pass going forward, so it's immediately one back by the Americans. Good eye pressing there by the Americans. So here comes America again now, playing through down the middle, all the way through to the Costa Rican. Now we're looking back at that header there from Applewhite that brought out that beautiful save from UK. Header was well connected. Some may say maybe too straight, but the keeper had to get up well. Good hands-eye coordination because he got the hand up there and got a beautiful touch to it, tipped over the crossbar. So that was well done from the Costa Rican custodian. Here comes Costa Rica now down the right-hand side. As two for company, tries to beat him. Done on with a beautiful tackle. Americans now back in possession. Here comes T Brown back to Dunham, all the way back to Landmill in goal for America. What will he do? Play short to his captain. Here comes the Americans now, just walking it up. Now in the center circle, beautiful turn and a wonderful true pass, finding the man Vanny. What Van Vanny do? Vanny tries to place it inside, try to play in Sanchez, but the Costa Rican defenders just did enough there, closed down that passing lane, and that was a beautiful play. Here comes the Americans again, though, knocking at this door. T Brown now with it on the left hand side. What will he do? Back inside to Sanchez. Sanchez now to Applewhite. Applewhite down looking for Contreras. Contreras lost out there. That should be a foul. Just pulling back his opponent there. So the Costa Ricans can get a breather here. Foul there on the man Ramirez. So they do now, they can take a breather. Here comes Costa Rica again. Long ball looking for a goal. Garo there. Garo there did well there. Just a bit there. Musenden stepped in and win it comfortably in the end. Here comes the American now. That's with T Brown down this left hand side. Has time and space in the middle of the park. Here comes Swan. What can Swan do now down this left hand side? Swan, poor pass there from Swan. That was a poor pass there from Swan. So we're in the 32nd minute, still nil between Costa Rica USA. Semifinal number 1. Semifinal number 2 will be coming up later at 10 o'clock. That will be Mexico against, is it Panama? Mexico against Canada. So that will be Mexico against Canada coming up at 10 o'clock. Here goes Costa Rica again, long looking for Garo. Garo win the second ball. Kenny has a shot and just drag the shot wide there from Hernandez. So the Costa Rican seems to be playing off the second ball, trying to get the second ball and just quick transition. So so far the game plan for Costa Rica is working, not giving the Americans too much space either out wide or through the middle. So good defensive formation from the Costa Ricans and just buying their time to try to hit the Americans on the counter. So here goes the Americans again now with Sanchez. Sanchez looking for for Brown. Brown now has Swan for company. But back inside to So please remember, like, share, and subscribe. This is your boy Campus from Campus All Sport. Watch along here. Costa Rica versus USA, Concacaf Men's Under-20 Championship, semifinal number 1. Both teams are guaranteed a spot in the 2027 Youth World Cup. Added bonus here, the winner of the entire tournament will get that automatical spot to the 2028 Olympics. In any case, the USA managed to win this tournament, that spot will go to the losing finalists because the USA will be the host of the 2028 Olympics. So that's already automatic participation spot there for them. But nonetheless, they would still want to win this tournament. What's a beautiful touch there by Costa Rica, just a little bit too much. Booted long, all the way back to Rica in goal. Rica now trying to find, that's poor giveaway there. Here comes, that's a beautiful goal. That was a beautiful strike there by the man in the number 17, Ramos. That's a 1-0 to the United States of America in the 35th minute. A beautiful strike from Ramos from about 35 yards out. Got the better there of Rica in goal. Coming from that far, Rica could have done better. Saw it all the way, but just couldn't get there in time. Poor giveaway there from Bernes in the middle of the park, and no, looking back at it now, that was a deflection, huge deflection there off of player number 19. That's Chavez. Keeper going one way, touched the backside of Chavez, wrong-footed the keeper and just went in, left of him. So Ramos, just caught the backside of Chavez there, wrong-footing Rica. So 1-0 to the Americans in the 35th minute of play. So I guess this would be good for the game in a sense, because Costa Rica now has to come out that shell. Let's see what plan B look for them now, because they have to go for it. Here comes the Americans too, going at it off the kickoff. 2 Costa Rican players down in the meantime. The Americans are not going to play it out because it's not a head injury. And across inside, clearance there by the Costa Rican defense. So the referee now will take a look at the players that are down. So if you're just joining us, the Americans have taken the lead through a deflected goal from Chavez, off a shot from Ramos, wrong-footed the keeper. So they're looking at this. So that's a yellow card now shown to captain of the USA team, Applewhite there. So referee did play the advantage. and went back there and gave him his card. So 38 minutes in, the USA is leading by a goal to nil. So if you don't shoot, you don't score. Ramos was about 25 yards out, decided to go for the shot. Had options, he could have passed either left or right, but decided to, they said, buy the lottery. If you don't play the lottery, you don't have a chance. And a deflection there. Chavez tried to jump out the way because it didn't seem like he was trying to block the shot from what I'm seeing on the replay. He tried to jump out the way, ball hit him on the backside, and Rica was already committed going to his right, so couldn't recover in time. So 1-0 off that deflection. Still waiting for confirmation if that goal will be given to Ramos or will go down as an own goal. But as is now, goal credited to the man Ramos. So let's see what we have here. The USA have scored quite a lot of goals in this tournament so far. So on paper, everyone knows it was just a matter of time when they were going to score. But let's see if the Costa Ricans can make a game of it. To beat this US team, so far in this tournament, you have to go outscore them. Yeah, because they are going to get on the scoreboard. They are going to get on the score sheet. So it's just a matter if you can outscore them. They are really pretty good going forward, really disciplined team, and they defend really well. So they're not going to give up goal too easy. That should be a free kick there. Foul. Let's see who committed that foul. Foul on Garo. Let's see here. That's on White again. He has to be careful. He just picked up a yellow card a few minutes ago, so he definitely have to be careful. He has to be careful. Don't want to go down to 10 men and leave your team handicapped. So I guess that's the last warning. He will get already been on a yellow card. Yeah, so he's gonna be has to be careful. So here, so free kick to Costa Rica deep in the USA half. Let's see what they can come up with this. Definitely has to be a cross inside the box. I don't think he can have an attempt so far from goal. About 35 to 40 yards out to the left. Let's see, cross just a bit too much on that. Looking for runners on the far post, but just overcooked it all the way out. Goal kick to the USA. Come on, people, let's go. Let's see what the Americans can do here. Let me know your score prediction, what you think of the game so far in the comment section. This game, I think this game will be showing on the Cocacaf YouTube page channel and Disney Plus. I know they are not showing this one on FS2. Mexico Canada game will be the one that will be showing on FS2 live. So the US, Costa Ricans not coming out of their shape, but not seeing many changes before going down 1-0. So I guess they're just time break and see what in the second half. 1-0, they are still not out of this, if we're being honest. Here comes the Americans again. Beautiful step over there. All the way through clearance there, all the way through to Landmel there. I'm just checking something here, folks. Give me some time there to see what's. So it's not on that. Blessing, Milky Moo Celtics. They are going to look on this American team and this Costa Rican team. The work have to still put in that because Jamaica did make it. We still have to give you guys coverage of what's going on. Nonetheless, so the USA is leading this game by a goal to nil off a shot from Ramos deflected by Chavez. And that's all she wrote for now. We're in the 44th minute here. Looking to see how many time will be given for added time. Not a lot of stoppages in this match first half. So I don't think we'll get more than about 3 minutes. Yeah, about 3 minutes stops. But let's see. We're now in the 45th minute. Here comes Costa Rica. So it's a 3-3, 3-4 break. Good ball outside. What can he do? Can he get a shot off? Shot charged down by Donan there. Donan there with that block. That shot there was taken by, seems to be Estrada. Yes, was it Estrada? No, Hernandez there with that shot there. Yeah, Hernandez, good block by Donan. That was really a good block from Donan. So first corner of the game for Costa Rica in the 45th minute. So we are in 4 minutes of added time. So I was just off by a minute. So corner to Costa Rica here, Hernandez from this left hand side. So it will be a outswinger all the way back. That bad control there by Sosa. That corner kick there by not really good first half, to be honest. Costa Ricans have a game plan, playing mostly defensive, trying to catch the Americans on the counter. Discipline defending, but the Americans just keep knocking away. Surprisingly enough, that 1-0, that goal came off a deflection. Here comes Costa Rica trying to win the second ball. Nope. They lost out. So ball recovered here by the USA team. Ball with the man in the 5, Donan. Just slowing it down a bit. Not rushing it. Just knocking it around between himself and Captain Applewhite. So White now just standing on the ball. Daring the Costa Ricans to come and get it. And to be honest, the Costa Ricans are a really disciplined team. They are not being sucked into this trap the Americans are trying to set for them. Here comes the American. That was a foul on Sanchez there in the middle of the park from Ramos. From Aguilar, who is already on a yellow card. So he's one who has to be careful at not too much there, but foul nonetheless. Try to win the ball from the back. Looking back at that tackle on Swan, that was a lovely tackle there by the Costa Rican. Here comes the USA now with a free kick. About 40 yards out, or 35 again. 2-man wall, more central, so I wouldn't fault him here if he tries to go for a shot. Because this is dead center to some extent. But about 35 yards out. Let's see who is over it for the USA. Vanny here. Will Vanny go for a goal or will try a set piece? Here comes Vanny. Vanny, so he plays it short. Square cross coming over, looking for Applewhite on the back post. Just a bit too much on that cross there. Out for a goal kick to Costa Rica. So we're about 15 seconds away from the first half here. Let's see if the referee will call this first half after this goal kick. So 4 minutes of added time has elapsed. The referee is saying, get on with it. And that's it right there. First half have come to an end. USA winning the battle in the first half there, leading this first half by a goal to nil. Let's take a look on some halftime stats here. Not a bad game. Not a bad game if we're being honest. If I am being honest. Yeah, that's true. I'm expecting Costa Rica to come out in the second half and give it all their got. Will that play in the USA hands? If the Costa Ricans try to go for it, maybe so, maybe no, but nonetheless, it's set up to be a really good second half. They say it's live, but it's also alive. Yeah, it's a good. The goal is good for the game. The goal draw Costa Rica, in my opinion, out of this defensive mindset setup. Yes, you are already through to the World Cup in 2027, but I think they have aspiration of actually winning this tournament. Try their best to go all the way through to the finals. So it's going to be, as I said, the major hurdle. You got over that obstacle when you qualify for the semifinal, because qualifying for the semifinal give you a place in the Youth World Cup. So now it's just going out there and playing your game to the best of your ability and enjoying the game. The pressure is not on as much. You want to go to the final. So I think it's gonna be a intriguing second half. Really intriguing second half. Let's take a look at some halftime stats here. In the meantime, between time. So let's look at the attacking side of it first. Yeah. I'm gonna do that, bro. I'm gonna give you some. Take a look. Let's take a look at some halftime stats here, and then I'll get back to that conversation I was having with Milk. So, shots inside the box: 4 to USA, 1 to Costa Rica. Shots outside the box: 4 to USA again, 1 to Costa Rica. So that's 8 shots to 2 in favor of the USA team. Big chance creates 0 shots block, 2 for USA, 1 for Costa Rica. Chance created, out of 8 shots, they created 5 chance, and Costa Rica 1. So now let's take a look on the passing side of it. Possession, mighty God, 83% to the US and 17 for Costa Rica. So you see, I wasn't far off. It was just about containment and try to buy their time and see if they how best they can get an opportunity from a counter. That is why I'm personally I'm glad there is a goal in this game to bring the Costa Ricans out of that defensive mindset somewhat. So pass accuracy 91% for USA, 71% for Costa Rica. Total passes, wow, look at this domination here. 396 pass for USA, 82 for Costa Rica. Pass attempt, yeah. Assist, that's one. I guess would you give the assist? Would you give the assist to Chavez, being as it the ball deflected off him last? Just saying. Pass complete. So out of 396 pass, 357 was completed by the USA team, and out of 82 pass, the Costa Ricans only completed 58. So pass accuracy 357 too. Let's take a look here on the defensive side of it. So on the defensive side of it, it's a 3% tackle success, 0% to the United States. That's strange. Okay, let's move on. Accurate pass in the defensive zone, 166 accurate pass, whereas for the Costa Ricans, 38 accurate passes in the defense in the attacking zone now, 193 for USA, 22 Costa Rica. Pass going towards their own goal, that's backward pass. It's 52 for USA, 16 for Costa Rica. So that's more of ball possession, ball retainment, just trying to pull the Costa Ricans out of their defensive shape. But as I said, they were quite disciplined, weren't falling for that trap. They defended compact, and I guess that's one of the reasons why that goal came from a deflection, because they're doing a good compact defending. Ball recovery. So the ball recovery, as I said, 23 for USA, 18 for Costa Rica. Because every time the Costa Rican get it, then just seems to boot it long looking for a goal for Garo. Garo is outnumbered, is outmatched. So the Americans seems to always be winning those. They are winning a lot of second ball as well. They are pressing really high. They are not giving them a chance to pass it around. So they leave the Costa Ricans with no option but to go long to find Gore. The few times they try to pass it out, and I think if memory serves me correct, it was a bad pass from either Aguilar or Sosa, led to that turnover, that shot from Ramos, and it deflected off, leading to that goal. So one of the few times they tried to pass it out from the back, it cost them a goal. Forward pass, 105 to 37. Wow, that's not bad. And successful pass in the final third, 69 for the Americans and 12 for Costa Rica. Total pass in the defensive zone, 171 to 46. So that's what I was talking about. That control, that passing it around, trying to pull the Costa Ricans out. And you see 171 passes between the defenders and the midfielders, just trying to pull the Costa Ricans out of their shape. Whereas the Costa Ricans were happy enough with that 46 pass, and then most of the time just booting it long looking for Garo. Total pass in the final third, 95 to 23. And there was a lot of those passes in the final third for the Costa Ricans, as I said, were long pass. The USA is mixing it up a bit. Switch when they're supposed to switch, them switch it, go long. But mostly trying to pick those perfectly timed through pass, especially for player number 7, especially for the man in the number 7, Contreras. They are looking for him a lot. down that right hand side between him and Shaw and Musin then. Swan not having a bad go of it on the left hand side, but they're mostly concentrating down the right hand side to Contreras. Let's take back a look at this. So that is that where that is concerned. Duels won 14 for Costa Rica, 20% for USA. Aerial duels won 9%. All those long balls trying to find Gara. The USA is winning those. Costa Rica 5%. Yep, so that is that where that is concerned. So the second half, based on what has transpired in the first half, is going to be if Costa Rica come out and have nothing to fear, because as I said, they're already through to the U2027 World Cup next year. So just come out now and try to play and see if they can win this game. Put the Americans under a little bit more pressure and take it from there. That's where that is concerned. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. Let me plug this in. So let's see if I can see how many goals the US have scored in this tournament so far. See if I can get some of the stats for you guys out there. One second here. So far the USA have played 3 matches. This is their 4th match. But after 3 matches, they have scored 11 goals. 11 goals. They haven't conceded any goals. If memory serves me correct. What's this here? Let me see. So this is their 4th game. I've lost one so far. So overall, they have a total of 14 goals and 7 assists. That's 15 goals now. And 8 assists for 13 goals from inside the box and 2 goals. Coming into this game, they had 1 goal from outside the box, but that goal from Ramos was outside the box. So that's 2 goals now outside the box. So that's 15 goals so far in this tournament. With a total of 29 crosses. They have won 4 penalties, converted all 4. In this tournament so far, 4 yellow cards, committed 58 fouls, gotten 49 fouls against, no red cards. The Costa Rican team. Let's see if I can give you their just a quick look at on their stats in this tournament so far. If you're joining me, please remember to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so and share out the content. The more you like the stream, The algorithm will push it out there so persons can see your boy Campus here just doing a little, you know, doing what I love. This beautiful game called football. Over here they call it soccer, but nonetheless, it, for Costa Rica, they have played. This is their fourth game, but in 3 games they have scored 5 and conceded 1. One. Let's look here and this stats here. That's weird. That's weird. Oh, here we go with it. So they have gotten 2 penalties so far in the tournament. Have scored, converted both penalties. They have scored 5 goals from inside the box and 1 so far from outside the box. Committed 74 fouls so far, at 46 fouls again so far, 8 yellow cards. So here comes, that should be a red. Was that? Let's see what a tackle. Referee says nothing happened there. He said offside there nonetheless. Costa Ricans there. Let's get back to this game. Costa Ricans are saying that should have been a foul. Player went through there, looking back on the replay. Was he offside though? Seems to be really, really close. But what a tackle from the man Dunham. That was a beautiful tackle. Sliding challenge. So Varis seems to be checking it. So if he's not offside, because he seems to saying he got the player before he got at, well, looking at it now, didn't seem to get any touch on the ball. So if it's not offside, this could be a red card here for Dunham. So the only thing can save Dunham right here is if the Costa Rican player was actually offside. Let's see. So VAR is still checking. Let's cheer for Costa Rica. Wait a sec, Michael, let's cheer for Costa Rica. Funny enough, I'm always cheering for the underdogs. But what I love from these other teams, even when they're the Costa Ricans, even when they're losing, you still see an identity, you still see a system, you see they are not losing laying down. Most of the time they are losing playing their game, and that's what you can see the improvements over the years. So their bar is still checking in the meantime. As I said, Dunham did not get any of the ball. It was the man, and the challenge was from behind, but offside was called initially. So if by some miraculous chance the Costa Rican player is onside, it will definitely be a red card for Dunham. I can say that before. So here VAR showing it. Do they have the lines? They are not showing it, so it's down to the VAR official at this moment. But I'm looking at that tackle from Dunham. Didn't get any of the ball, was all player. So let's see here. Referee seems to have gotten the final decision, and offside was the call. So we go on. So a letter off there for the Americans, nonetheless. So let's see what the Costa Ricans, as I said before, the Costa Ricans are going to come out their shell now. Yeah, he was off. The Costa Ricans are going to try and make a game of it now, nonetheless. So let's see what they can do. Let's see what they use. Ball all the way through to the Costa Rica Rica. Rica now looking for plays it. Let's see if there's any changes. I don't think there was any changes. Let's just take a look right here. So far both teams starting with the same 11. Here comes. Never guys don't watch the knives in the background. That's them doing what they're doing. So all right, so we seems to have a substitution. So for Costa Rica, two substitutions. So Aguilar is out. He's on a yellow card. Pick up the yellow card in the first half. So in for Aguilar. In for Aguilar is the man. Give me a. So in for Aguilar is Palmer. That's player number 10. And also on is Perez. Perez is on for player number level Estrada. The Americans seems to have the same 11 out there. Yes, they do. So two changes so far for the Costa Rican. So that's like for like substitution. I think they're now going with a 4-4-2. Yep. So Garo now seems to have help up there from the man Perez. That's player number 15. So the Costa Rican are going with a 4-4-2 formation. Yep. So let's see. The Costa Ricans have switched their formation to a 4-4-2. A 4-4-2. So Estrada is out. Aguilar is out as well. Player number 10 and Perez, player number 15. So let's see. So just remember, guys, to hit that like button, please, and thank you. Remember, as Next Up Sports Talk would always say, it's free 99. It's not costing you a thing just to hit that like button. 15 of you guys here, just hit that like button for me, please. And thanks. Let's see if we can get up the likes. So here comes USA now down that Contreras there going down too easily inside the box. Looking for something there. Referee was right there. Says nothing there. Player and here comes USA again now with Mosin then down the right hand side. Back inside. So the mm, yeah, that's it. Yeah, just nah, cause I think just to touch the thumbs up button, please and thanks. Like up the stream. Here comes Contreras again with the ball inside, booted out. Trying to do something here. Give me a minute here. Okay. Easy like, yeah man, big up yourself. Say it again. Yourself, big up yourself. Big up yourself, big up yourself, General. Yeah man. Just trying to bring some highlight to the youngsters because these are most of these players are players who we are gonna see trying to do it for their country for the 2030 World Cup. So it's good to get familiarized with them from now. Here comes Contreras again. Well done there by the Costa Ricans. Yep. So let's go again. So Costa Rica now ball with Mussenden for the US team. Costa Rican, as I said, switched to a 4-4-2. So putting the Americans are under a little bit more pressure. Yeah, that's true. They want it because I know they are one of the team who has real aspiration of winning this tournament. As I said, because they are already through to the 2028 Olympics, being as if they are the host, and just making it to the semifinals for all these four teams. That guarantees them a spot in the 2027 youth tournament. So I would say I would agree with you. They are trying to get it. They are pushing for it. Here comes USA there. Ball cleared out there. Clearance there from the milk is saying it happened too often. Remaining with huge position and passing advantage. Don't put the opportunity away. Uh but if we are frank, they have a lot of position, but they are not creating a lot of opportunities. That final shot. So the passes, the crosses are getting there, the passing is getting there, but that final shot there. So here comes the corner kick, headed out. What is this? In the 17. So goal kick there. Ramos seems to be seeing a lot of the ball for the USA. That's the man there with the goal, player number 17. Yeah, man, Jean Patrick. Yeah, we are trying. It's a really a good game. Not too much pressure on the Costa Ricans, like, because as I said, they have qualified for the World Cup, so they are trying to go for the added bonus of winning this tournament to get that automatic 2028 Olympic spot. So that goal in the first half from the USA, I think, is has brought the Costa Ricans out of that shell a bit because immediately in the start of the second half, they made two really offensive change and they have switched to a 4-4-2 now and are looking a bit more threatening on the attack and still keeping that defensive balance. Let's see if it can work, if they can make a game of it. So far, here comes the man Swan now for USA into Ramos. Ramos beat one. Ramos with a shot on goal and a beautiful save by Rica. What a save again. Straight at him, but he had to get up there. Was well hit from Ramos. Remember, Ramos was the one with that shot that deflected to give the Americans the lead. And what a beautiful strike off from his left peg. Uh, Keeper was going to his left. At the ball moved a bit in the air and he had to came back to his right just to get a touch of it. So that was a beautiful save there by Rica, keeping his team in the game. Well done. Good shot, good play all around from Ramos, and even a better save from Rica. Well done, man. That's game is really lively. So John Patrick is saying this game reminds me of watching Canada versus Jamaica the other day. Canada dominated possession in the first half, but Jamaica just hung around to get a late goal. Costa Rica try. Yes, they are. Minus the burden of trying to get to the. So I think that burden is off the youngsters' shoulder, so they can relax a bit more and play to their true ability with that. Because the quarterfinal, based on what was on up for grabs, I think the quarterfinal round for all the teams who made it was a bit more pressuring than making it to this semi-final. So it's a good game. Yeah, I agree with you. Milk is saying exactly, JP. Hello there, Stray Cats. Big up the man. Thanks again for joining me here and this watch along today. This is a boy Campus from Campus All Sport. And for you guys out there, we'll definitely be doing the Mexico-Canada game at 10, but we will be doing it over on Next Up Sports Talk. So you guys can join me over there, Campus, alongside Next Up Sports Talk for that game, Mexico versus Canada at 10, depending on where you're at, or 9 if you are in Jamaica, 9 p.m. We know some of us, our country is out, but nonetheless, it's still good to watch these games to see what we will be going up again, because everyone wants to be at 2030. Canada is back in the qualifying pot. USA is back in it as well. Mexico is back in it as well. So it's going to be a harder part for the likes of Trinidad, Jamaica, Curacao, Haiti, because now the three big guns are back in the qualifying pot. So Curacao, Haiti, and the rest are Panama, the Guatemala. They have to go come with them here game now for beat. Because how many spots will be up for grab? 5. I think it's 5 spots. So some already are saying USA, Mexico, and Canada are sure of the 3 World Cup spots just by word of mouth. So the next 2 spots is up for grabs. And Trinidad will definitely want one. The Jamaicans are always in the conversation. Haiti is now a team to be can't take lightly. Curacao now is up there now as well. The Panamas, the Guatemalans, El Salvador, you name them. So a lot of teams will be vying for those 2 places if it goes down to that. So let's see. It's good to get familiarized with some of these teams. And if I am being honest, even though Haiti has lost, they have looked really good as a team. We can say the same about the Guatemalans, Honduras. We see what they are doing. Canada isn't looking bad. And I will repeat myself, one of the best things that I have seen a Cocacaf team done in the longest while is when the head coach can decide, say, hey, instead of me taking my vacation immediately after the World Cup and depending on my under 20 coaching staff to get the message across, why not go down and get it across for himself? And Jesse March has carried his entire coaching staff to help to coach this U20 team. Not necessarily to win. Yes, to win is a bonus because the 2028 Olympic is up for grabs. Spot is up for grabs. But more likely to start the rebuilding process for these youngsters going into the 2030 qualifier. And I think it's a really, really, really great gesture from Jesse Marsh. Getting these youngsters up to date from now. So when they matriculate, when they evolve for all those who make it to the senior team from the U20, they will know what is expected and they will be familiar with what Jesse Marsh wants and expect from them. So let's get back to this game here. So John Patrick is saying, what channel? What channel for the Mexico versus Canada match? So that match will be showing on next up Sports Talk. It's 3 a.m. for you. Wow, I am not too familiar with the time zone. I know if you're here in the States, it's gonna be 10. For those who want to watch what's essential back in Jamaica, for example, that game will be showing at 9. Yes, next up Sports Talk. I will put it in the comment section. Yes, that's it. That's it. Extra time is not a possibility either. No, you can go to extra time if Costa Rica can find a way to grab back one, and based on what I am seeing, the USA need to try and get a second goal to put it in the balance. As long as it's 1-0, I think the longer it stays 1-0, I think the Costa Ricans will grow into this more. And who knows, maybe just lucky enough to nick one back and can carry to extra time. And if it goes to penalty, that's anybody game. So we say Eduardo. Eduardo is saying Mexico. Yeah, it's showing on ESPN as well. It is showing on ESPN as well. Yes, that Mexico Canada game. I think it's gonna be a really, really good game. Yeah, a bit of rivalry there. Both teams wanting to win the overall tournament. Canada more so to make a statement. Mexico have won this title quite a few times. I soon tell you how much times to be exact. But I know they have won it. So here comes the USA there. That was a good shot and just good save there from a rookie. Not a bad save there from him there. I'm just going to look for... Free kick to Costa Rica, deep inside the USA half. Lad Melier has not have a lot to do in the second half. Let's see if Costa Rica can create something here. USA is holding the line just right, using that 18-yard box as the landmark for holding this defensive line. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Costa Rican players up. The entire USA team is back in defense. Ball played to the back post. Header one there by the Costa Ricans. Here comes, that's player number 4. That's Bernes. That's a beautiful ball back inside and a shot at goal. Oh, rebound there. Ladmel there rebounded, batted it down in the center. And the man, Dunham there with that defensive clearance there. That was a chance there from player. Who was that player who took that shot? And Dunham there with a beautiful, that's number 14. That's Espinoza there with that snapshot there. Show a lot of traffic there. Ladmel did well there just to get her hands on it. Had a lot of bodies in front of him. Yes, so So here comes Sosa with the throw for the Costa Ricans, knocking at the door. 69 minutes in this game. Yeah, they're I think it's not. Oh, here comes a shot again, and all the way through. What will probably be? Referee says corner kick to USA. I don't think it's a matter of sitting back more. I think that change, in-game change in the second half, formation change, that 4-4-2. Yeah, I think it is working. It's giving the USA team a bit more to think about. So it's not just them just sitting back, but I think this 4-4-2 change of formation. Yeah. So here comes Costa Rica with the corner kick. Hernandez from the right hand side. That's how he beat the first post. Ball out and back inside, up in the air. Oh, that can be player down there. The goalkeeper Ladmel seems to have gone through the back of the Costa Rican player. The Costa Ricans are asking for a foul. And here is the header just wide from Gore. Gore with our free header there, just wide of the mark. The Costa Ricans are saying, get VAR involved. Just look at this challenge here. Oh, so Gore was offside nonetheless. So even if it had gone inside, it would have been chalked off. But here, Gore was just standing his ground. I don't think there's any penalty there, but good shout nonetheless. Game is getting more exciting now. The game is getting really exciting now. So no penalty there. We're in the 71st minute. Here comes the Americans. So I was looking for a bit of information here where the U20 is concerned. Let me see. So Mexico has won this competition the most time with 14 titles. 14 titles. So 14 titles from Mexico. Let's see how many times Canada have won this tournament. Canada has won this tournament. Give me a second here. So Canada has won this one. Canada won their first U20 in 1974. Came back again to win it in 1992. Yes, so Canada has won it 2 times, whereas Mexico has won it their first title in 90. No, my bad, not won it. What am I saying? Mexico has won the first championship in 1962. They have won it again 1970, 1973, 1974. So 14 times. Whereas the Canadians have won it once. Yes. No, twice. Yes, I was right. Twice. Canada have won it twice. They have won it in 1986 and they came back again to win it in 1996. Yep. Canada have also won it. No, they have won it in 2001. They won it 2003, 2005. So that's how many times. 1, 2, 3. So Canada have won it, lifted trophy 5 times. Where Mexico have won it. Yep, 14. So that match is going to be a good match. Jamaica had finished runner-up in this tournament, U20 tournament, once in 2001. Yeah, once in 2001. They have finished third once in 1970. Our history there is not all that. Our history there. No, it never did gone. I mute. Sorry about that, that is my bad. So John is just look at some comments here. John is saying the keeper for Costa Rica is playing well. The one goal that went in was a crazy deflection. Yeah, he couldn't have done anything about that goal. That was a big deflection there. Big deflection there. Been watching Rookie few games now. He knows his job. Yes, as I said, that's the thing. So for me, Milk, persons watch these tournaments for many different reasons. I watch the tournament overall. For example, look at the smaller teams to look on their progression with their tactical, their technique, how they play as a team. Look at now, they have goalkeeper problems down the year when they play against the US and the Mexico. A lot of goals are being scored, so it's a huge improvement from most of these teams where goalkeeping is concerned. We're putting the ball on the ground, knocking it around as a team. A lot of improvements I can see from some of the smaller teams, the less fancy team. So it's a good tournament. You see the USAs and the Mexicos and the Canadas, we can't take away nothing from them because they're on top, and being on top, you have to play to be on top. So them can't just get comfortable and say, yeah, we can bounce it. So them have to put in the work. So it's a good all around. Here comes a corner. That's a goal of that free kick by the man, Apple White from the USA. Of that free kick. Beautiful ball put inside. The Costa Ricans were just slow to react. Apple White there broke the offside trap. Got the final touch. Just out of the reach from Rookie there. Let's see if I can see who was the player that put that cross in. So that cross came inside from the man. So 76 minutes in, USA now up 2-0. Ball in from, that's 13, Brown. So let's see here if there's any argument here for an offside. Nah, seems to be just got his studs on it. That was a good goal. Good connection there. Watched it all the way, just got his studs on it. They're checking if there was any offside there. But just looking at the replay, didn't seem to be, all the players seems to be onside. So still checking. They're still checking. Goal here in the 76 minutes. So goal given in the 76 minutes. So USA now leading by 2-0. Goal there from Apple White. So Irishman in goal for Costa Rica. Wow, that's long ago. Yeah. Yeah, that goal was a poor organization there. Had a good line, had enough players there, but the tracking there was what let them down. Applewhite was allowed just to run free there. Just got the studs, the bottom of his boots to that, and that's all she wrote. So it's 2-0 here in the 76th minute. Just changing something here. Yeah, so if you're just joining me, USA leading. We are about 12 minutes away from full time plus added time. Not a lot of stoppage here in the second half. Costa Rica have looked better in the second half since changing their formation to 4-4-2, but just the USA just held their own. Costa Rica had gotten back in this game. USA, two good defensive clearance, especially from the man Dunham, half a strike from Ramos. No, from a strike, of a strike from my bad, not Ramos. So let's see what they can do here. Way too easy. Yeah, that was way too easy. Way. We say all over bar the miracle. Yeah, the formation change put USA under a little bit more pressure, but I guess the quality of the USA team got them there. Got just with that goal, poor marking, poor tracking there led to that second goal. So here comes the USA again, going for nothing. Going, they are going to definite. In my opinion, the USA. Ooh, that's a poor challenge. The referee said play. Let's see what looking long. That's a corner kick to USA. It's a yellow card to player number 4, Brendez, with a late challenge there. And let's see who was that. So that was on number 9. That was a poor challenge there. And this substitute and Clapija. That challenge there was on Clapija. Yeah, that challenge there was on Clapija. So the USA have made 3 substitution. Yeah, looking back on that play, everyone there was onside there. So Sanchez is off, Contreras is off, Swan is off, Swan is off. In was Goski and Archibald, Clapija, and Torcoto. So the USA have made 1, 2, 3, 4 substitution in this game, whereas Costa Rica have made all 5 substitution now. Player number 12, Yamil Lee, is on for player number 9, Garo. And Hernandez is out. In comes player number 6, Jeremy Hernandez as well. So it's do or die now for Costa Rica. I think it will be a great final. Anyway, either opponent will make a great watch. Not bad to for Costa Rica. Yeah. Funny enough, if Mexico make it to face USA in the finals, it's gonna be a good game. Because everyone know where the rivalry for that top spot position in Concacaf. It has always been a battle between the USA and Mexico for quite a while now. Canada is there as well, so if the Canadians do make it, it's also going to be a good, more, what you can say, more recent. Sorry about that. Where rivalry is concerned, I think the one between USA and Mexico and Canada is a bit more recent. I think the USA Mexico rivalry is more long standing at all levels, right across the board when it comes to international soccer or football. Canada is now making a name for themselves in the last couple of tournaments, getting back involved in the rivalry as well. So it is going to be a good finals. It is definitely going to be a good finals. And again, we will be doing that finals regardless of who is there to face this USA team on Next Up Sports Talk. You can join me over there for the finals. Here comes USA again on the right hand side. That's a good block there. Cross attempt there. That was Torquato there trying to cross that one inside, and it was blocked by the man in the 15. Good tracking back there by Perez. Put that one out. So the USA have made their final change. Brandon Days is in for Musinden. So A's is in. So a defender is in. Defender in for a midfielder. So here comes the corner kick now, headed out by the Costa Ricans. So I think has to be the favorite. USA, we think has to be the favorite. USA, it is going to be a good if Mexico make it. That's a yellow card challenge there. Stopping the break. I think it is going to be a. If it is down to USA and Mexico, I don't know for sure if the USA will be the favorite or Mexico. I think it will definitely be 50-50. Where rivalry is concerned, both countries is tit for tat. Where major tournament is concerned, I think in this tournament, the Mexicans will be the favorite because they have won it the most. They have won it the most. For that, I am sure they have won it 14 times. So I think the Mexicans will go in this one, in this particular U20 tournament, and those stats the favorite. They have won it the most. So Milk is saying I'm cheering for Mexico, but still look forward to the alternative if that happens. Yes, yes. Oh, so he's saying, oh, you're talking about the preferred finals. Yes, but we can't count out the Canadians, The Canadians, as I said, have improved a lot over the last couple of years. They have brought themselves back in the conversation where rivalry is concerned. For the last couple of seasons, they are up there now. They have won the U20 a couple times. But for the eye test, for what I have seen, if they can get the better of this Mexican team, and if they go to the finals, they can give this US team some worry as well. But the Canadians they have quality players. That man Lima in 11 and Mackenzie in the 10. What a beautiful play there by the Americans. Oh, just trying to tiki-taka their way to score. Beautiful one touch. Shot charge down there from player number 9 who came on the park. That's Clapija there with that shot. But good football all around from the Americans in the Costa Ricans 18-yard box. Really, really good football. I think Lima and Mackenzie, the captain for Canada, is really good. We haven't seen him in the last 2 games. That's fasting. I don't know if it's injury but Lima is having a really good tournament. Mackenzie as well. So too is Roach in that forward position. All around, so Canadian have a really good team. I wouldn't be surprised if they get the better of this Mexican team later, and even going all the way. And I said for Mexico and Canada, it's more of a high stake game because the winner of the tournament will get automatic spot in the 2028 Olympic, whereas the USA they have already qualified, seeing that they are the host nation. Listen me, Milt. There's an interview. I don't know if it's on YouTube, but they did an interview. Two missed kick there from the Costa Ricans, one bicycle attempt, and then shot there from Sosa all the way in the waiting arms of Ladmel. Back to what I was saying. There's an interview that the Canadian press did with Jesse Marsh, and I don't remember his exact word, but he was basically saying he could have been home with his family taking a much needed vacation, but the work when it comes to football never stop. So he could be home, but and then wait for the time for him to his time again. He was home with his family taking a much deserved and needed vacation. Yeah, he just decided to take the entire coaching staff, but that was a decision. Everyone, no problem, to go down to the U20 level, as I said, not necessarily to win the tournament, but to start the preparation for the upcoming qualification for 2030. He also stated that every single member of his coaching team and him would be doing this U20 tournament for free. No payment required from the federation. So that alone tell about the man commitment as a coach. The entire coaching staff decided to do this U20 tournament for free. Every single one of them. So when you look on dedication like these things, you have to wonder if your nation can go catch up back to Canada, because what Jesse Marsh is doing, by the time him get these players and to show them where must show them. When the time comes for senior time, whosoever reach Costa Ricans are getting involved. Yeah, as I was saying, when Jesse Marsh decide, same I do this, when they reach the senior team level, when other teams are trying to get players for show off, for move on, for run, Jesse Marsh do all of that already. So it's all about working on what we want to do for go forward. So it might go be about 10 steps in front of the likes of the Jamaicans and the Trinidadians and the, you know what I mean? So it's a good look where Canadian football is concerned. Yeah, man, Jesse Marsh, boy, I mean, applaud the move. They trust me. No payment whatsoever. Yeah, he tried to pull out that bicycle there. Was just yeah, that's it. Me tell them again. So that's it for it. So the USA have made it to the finals. We'll be waiting the winner of the Mexico Canada game that will be coming up at 10. So the USA team have qualified for the 2027 World Cup. Automatically, they have qualified for the 2028 Olympics. So it's all about lifting the silverware for these youngsters. The Costa Ricans can hold their heads high, gave it all they got. Was a better second half after that change to 4-4-2. And most of these youngsters, especially the Costa Rican goalkeeper, can hold his head high. A lot of the players, Captain Sosa did really, really well. Captain Sosa did really, really well, in my opinion. Garo is a good one for the future for Costa Rica. Also, is player number 8, Hernandez. The Costa Ricans can take a lot from this game in preparation for, as I said, and I stated, 2030 World Cup qualifying. There are some really talented youngsters in their rank. So let's take a look at this. Smart by Marsh. Yes, man, that was really smart. So John Patrick is saying smart by Marsh to recognize the need to develop the. You have to. You have to. I mean, I always say the need players. The senior team have some issue with depth right now. Once the current roster gets older, who will play? Of course. Remember, and that every coach have their own coaching method, Understand? So, and the U20 Canadian U20 coaches are really capable coach. But when you done the U20 now and say 5 player make it to a senior team, Jesse Marsh have to go teach them the ropes. How he want him to play in a theme system. But when Jesse Marsh go down to this level now, he have them a play because a Jesse Marsh game is high intensity, physically up there, high pressing, a lot of running. Jesse Marsh teams is always from ever since is a non-stop running team. And you mix that with good technical players and a good system. That is why Canada look like how them look now. So if him carry that down at the U20, and most of these players can make it to the senior team, oh my gosh, man. What can we do as Jamaicans to try and catch up to the Canadians where that is concerned? That's absolutely spot on. And it shows March is in it for the long run. Yes, he is. He really, really is. Yeah, man. So big up yourself. Thanks again, Milk. Yeah, man. So we'll be over by next up Sports Talk at 9:30, 9:45, the latest for the Mexico-Canada match. Big up yourself again. Thanks for being here with us, Milk. John Patrick 5497. Big up again. Thanks for passing through. Thanks for being here with your boy Campus All Sports. And everyone else who had commented in the comment section. Silent watchers out there as well. Big up on yourself. Eduardo. Say Mexico. Eduardo, so Mexico, all the way. Big up yourself again, Eduardo. So let's take a quick run through here. Yeah, man. Big up yourself all the time, John Patrick. So let's take a quick run through here. Not going to stay here long and look at this full-time statistics. Is that the word? Statistics. So I'm going to burn a fire right there. What's the word? Statistics. So you guys heard it here. I'm not going to try and repeat that word again. So let's take a look at this stats. The stats. So the full time, the attacking stats here for after 90 minutes. So that's 8 shots inside the box for Canada, 4 to Costa Rica, 9 shots outside the box, again 4 for Costa Rica. So that's a total that should be 18. No, yes, 17. A total of 17 shots for USA, 8 for Costa Rica. Big chances 2 for Costa Rica. Block shots 4 for USA, 1 for Costa Rica, and chance created 12 for US, 4 for Costa Rica. Let's take a look at the passing stats. So position 79 for USA, 21 for Costa Rica. So they have improved that first half stats, not by much, but somewhat. So it's 73% pass accuracy for 89% for the USA. It finishes the game with a total pass of 678. Costa Rica 177 pass attempt. That's that 2 assists, 2 goals. So out of that 678 pass, 603 was completed, whereas for 177 pass for Costa Rica, 128 pass was completed. Key pass 12 for USA, 4 for Costa Rica, and accurate pass, as I said, 603 for 128. So that's look at the defensive side of it. So that's 4% successful tackle for both teams. Total tackles 8 for USA, 5 for Costa Rica. Out of those 8, 4 was successful for the US. Out of that 5, 4 for the Costa Ricans. Defensive zone pass, 295 for USA and 71 for Costa Rica. 57 accurate attacking zone pass for Costa Rica, 311 for USA. Back passes, 105 for USA, 30 for Costa Rica, and ball recovery, 41 USA, 35. Forward passes for USA, 182, whereas 79 for Costa Rica. Goals conceded, 2 Costa Rica. Goal conceded inside the box, 1 outside the box, 2. Successful pass in the final third, 114 for USA, 22 for Costa Rica. And a total pass in the defensive zone, 312 USA, 82 Costa Rica. Total pass in the final third, 156 for USA, 47 for Costa Rica. And total pass in the attacking zone, 383 for USA, 101 for Costa Rica. Duels won, 36% for USA, 26 for Costa Rica. Aerial duels, headers, as many would say, 13% aerial duels won by USA and 9 for Costa Rica. Yep. So that's all she wrote where that is concerned. So all in all, USA were the dominant. They are the better as far as football is concerned as a nation. So we have seen it in the dominance of the for the match after 90 minutes. As you can see, where in the passing total domination 678 pass, and out of that they completed 603. That's more than triple the amount for Costa Rica, who just tried to put 177 passes together but only completed 128. So that's total domination there for USA. The position wise as well, 79% position. That they had a lot of the ball. They kept it well, play well together as a team. Not so much of an individual team. It's all about team chemistry where USA is concerned. We saw players like Contreras, Ramos had a lot of the ball, most of them there in the middle of the field. I think the captain for them, Applewhite, was really good. He's really a good leader. And in defense, Dunham is really had a really good game. Some really big clearance there. Ladmel did well, made the saves when was called upon. Didn't get a lot of work today, but nonetheless, it's a good all-around performance from the USA team. So that is it for me here. I'm not going to stay here long. Good game. Thanks again for joining me. This is Aboard Campus Sports. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching me on the replay, leave a comment. So there's a lot of work to be done. I'm just going to leave with this from the Jamaicans. If you want to compete with the Americans, the Mexicans, and the Canadians going forward. So, as I said, 3 place for the 2020 World Cup is, some would say, is for Mexico, USA, and Canada. So 2 places will be up for grab, and the competition for those 2 places will really be good. Jamaica is in it, Trinidad is in it, Costa Rica is in it, Haiti is in it, Curacao is in it. So there's a lot of work to. So until next time, this is your boy Campus All Sports. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here for another watch along. Milk, big up yourself. Patrick, big up yourself. Big up on yourself. This is a boy campus. I am out. Bam, pop, pop, pop.